And they're off for the Grade 2 Albert Bartlett Novices Hurdle. Destroytheevidence and the noseband, red and yellow silks David Bass, just having to bustle him up to get a prominent position as they approach the first of the 12 flights. He's up amongst the leaders, but he wasn't particularly fluent. Cadell at red cap was certainly more fluent than he and Moon d'Orange in the cheek pieces dispute the early running as they make the run to the second. Next couple of flights come pretty close together. Destroytheevidence now going up to join them. Mombari, black and white, checks out wide, having a little bit of a wobble around going into the flight, but he takes it fluently enough. His stablemate Jean Etoile in the stripes is accompanying him as they chart a slightly wider course than the rest. Over the third, Moon d'Orange just ahead. Over Cadell, again Destroytheevidence not fluent. Shanagh Bob at this stage, yellow sleeves, Nico de Boinville in midfield, racing just ahead of Kerry Hill in the noseband, the red and orange silks, and then Illico de Cott, Harry Skelton in a red jacket. Yesterday in the purple and blue under John Donnelly-owned Jr. disputing last place with Carrick-Morna Rowan, the white cap for Johnny Burke. Across the top of the track they go and come to the fourth, Moon d'Orange in front. Over Mombari, who took it smoothly in second. And then Destroytheevidence ahead of Cadell red cap, who's been restrained back into fourth place, racing just ahead of Jean Etoile. And Shanagh Bob on the inside. And then Yesterday and Kerry Hill to Illico de Cott, racing wide of the latter name pair, and Carrick-Morna Rowan racing closer to the running rail. On down the hill they come for the first time on this extended run between flights 4 and 5, and no more than 4 or 5 lengths covering the field. On the descent, these promising staying novices trap along at around about 30-31 miles an hour. Moon d'Orange, the red and black on the sleeves, just shading it to Jean Etoile in the stripes, each jumping fluently there. Destroytheevidence and the noseband on the inner, working across to Shanagh Bob, the yellow sleeves, Mombari in a check jacket, followed by Cadell and Yesterday. Carrick-Morna Rowan a little bit closer up the inner, the blue and yellow on the sleeves for Johnny Burke. Illico de Cott still circling them, red jacket. And Kerry Hill finds himself just about last now of the well-grouped field as they turn on in and make the long run towards flight 6, with still more than a circuit ahead of them. Moon d'Orange in the cheek pieces under Ben Harvey to Jean Etoile and Sean Bowen. Destroytheevidence, David Bass, red and yellow, are very close third. Shanagh Bob stalking the leading trio as they approach this 6th flight. Moon d'Orange again fluent over it. Then in the second half of the field, we got the likes of Mombari, Carrick-Morna Rowan up the inner alongside Yesterday. Cadell is further back. He jumped off handily. He's drifted back into the last group of 3 now. Cadell, the diamond jacket with a red cap, alongside Illico de Cott, and Kerry Hill is just about last of the field, but they're only at halfway in this Grade 2 Albert Bartlett Novices Hurdle, making the descent now towards the 7th. Moon d'Orange leading up to Destroytheevidence, Jean Etoile and Shanagh Bob, the white-faced gelding, sitting right in behind. Over the 7th they go. And then Mombari, Kerry Hill now just beginning to angle for a better position, spot the orange cap. Cadell has been pulled to the extreme outer, and he's just picked up the bit again, beginning to move up through the field as they move towards the 8th. Still very, very well grouped. Moon d'Orange taken on by Jean Etoile, little separating them. Then Destroytheevidence and Shanagh Bob, Mombari, Cadell wide. Kerry Hill, the orange sleeves, Yesterday, Carrick-Morna Rowan, the white cap, and Illico de Cott, and the last in the line on this section of the track. That was the 9th. So racing steadily uphill at this point. Moon d'Orange leading a tightly clustered upfield for this Grade 2 prize. Destroytheevidence and the sheepskin noseband now disputing second with Jean Etoile, and Shanagh Bob still riding behind them. Kerry Hill is just about 5th, Carrick-Morna Rowan on the inner, and then Yesterday, the light blue sleeves to Mombari and Illico de Cott. Cadell has gone back through the field again, made some headway at halfway, but he's dropped back to be last. Jean Etoile rather bunny hopped that flight, and Moon d'Orange is about to lead them on the downhill run. 3/4 of a mile to travel, a long gallop towards the second last. It's Moon d'Orange in front to Destroytheevidence. Jean Etoile in the stripes, Kerry Hill wide. Then Shanagh Bob and Carrick-Morna Rowan, the patiently ridden Illico de Cott. Red jacket is inching closer. Then Yesterday. Mombari is being ridden along, finding it all a bit of a struggle, and Cadell's not striding out with much purpose as they freewheel on the descent towards 2 out. So they are just beginning to thin out a little. Moon d'Orange now being taken on by the noseband to Destroy the Evidence, who's angled out. Wider still Jean Etoile, deepest of all Kerry Hill, the orange sleeve. Shanagh Bob in behind now, being asked for more by de Boinville. He's in 5th place as they begin the swing for home. Illico de Cot hasn't picked up in behind Carrickmore, Rowan and Yesterday. And Destroy the Evidence moves through to Moon d'Orange. Kerry Hill out wide is joining in, and Shanagh Bob now is beginning to respond. De Boinville switches him to the inside, and now 4 of them are breaking away. It's a very long haul down towards the last. Destroy the Evidence has got the rail. Kerry Hill one off it. Moon d'Orange still bang there in the cheek pieces, and Shanagh Bob on the right continues to stay on. They're heading down towards the last. Destroy the Evidence, Moon d'Orange, Shanagh Bob, 3 in a line over the last. Kerry Hill back in 4th. Shanagh Bob now challenging Destroy the Evidence. Moon d'Orange snapping at the hills in 3rd. Shanagh Bob has got to the front halfway up the run-in. Destroy the Evidence, though, is rallying very gamely for David Bass. Shanagh Bob is just doing best. A smart staying performance from the lightly raced Shanagh Bob, who sees off Destroy the Evidence, who ran a mighty race. Moon d'Orange in 3rd. Kerry Hill back in 4th.
Bob has won the Albert Bartlett Grade 2. Nico de Boinville was on board. That was very different from winning at Plumpton, and he was up to it.
He was, yeah. He's still a big baby, and he's learning on the job as he goes. It was a funny old race. I kept sort of getting pushed back and then pushed forward, but I didn't want to go cold on him because, you know, he's a horse who's learning on the job, and the more you give, he gives to you back. So it wasn't until I saw a bit of daylight going down the hill that he's really sort of picked up hold of the bridle and off he's gone. So, no, lovely horse going forward. 3
in a row at the last. He was slightly awkward, but it didn't stop him at all.
No, we were tight in, but not, but quick away, as it were.
And people will start be talking about the Albert Bartlett now. Do you think he's the kind of horse that'll be able to manage in that kind of race?
Potentially. I think there's a good bit of water to flow under the bridge first, but it's definitely there in inverted commas, as it were.
He looks quite exciting, I think. I mean, getting this far so quickly in his life, just his 3rd start overall, 2nd rule start.
Exactly, but we'll see. I mean, he's a lovely horse to have, and we're very lucky.
Nico, thank you.
Thanks, Lydia.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.